some proper effort has gone into this. You can be pretty excited if you got that on Christmas Day, wouldn't you? Oh, where's my butter knife? This whole lot is £199. I mean, I'd been well happy if I'd have got this whole lot when I was a youth. It's a little farty amp, isn't it, really? Distortion's rock, isn't it? Rock! Guitaristas is proudly supported by Gear for Music. Hello, thanks for joining us. Welcome to the Guitaristas. It's Black Friday, the day that this film drops, Friday the 28th November. It's Black Friday, all over the world of YouTube. Influencers everywhere are doing their films, highlighting the special deals that their advertisers, sponsors, brand partners, whatever you like to call them, have got going on. I don't do that here. I don't have paid reviews on this channel. I've got a different thing going on. I've got a channel partner, brand partner if you like, Gear for Music. You saw the logo just a moment ago. They support the channel throughout the year, support the community throughout the year. I buy everything that I review from time to time, even the stuff from Gear for Music. They've got some own brand stuff. I buy it. I buy a lot of stuff from them because they're generally the cheapest. But we've got a different thing going on, okay? A little bit of a different thing. I mention them a lot, but I don't get paid by them to review their gear. Now, I say that because for the first time ever, they've sent me something that I haven't actually paid for. We had a little conversation just a couple of weeks ago, and they were saying, oh, we've got Black Friday coming up. Could you do something? I said, yeah, I'll have a look and see if there's anything, you know, on your sale that I fancy, and I'll buy it, and we'll do what we normally do. But there were no guitars that I particularly sort of shouted at me that I was after. They got a lot of good stuff going on. I'll put a link in the description box anyway. Have a look at the Gear for Music Black Friday sale and see what they got going on. But nothing that I particularly fancied. Apart from this, there was, do you remember the Hartwood Charger that I reviewed a while back? It's a great original design, own brand Gear for Music guitar. Hartwood, brilliant. They're doing well. Everyone loves them. This is a stripped back version, which they call the Origin, and it's in one of these guitar starter packs. You saw the thumbnail. So I thought, well, that's good. I'll do a starter pack review, and you know, and the guitar looks cool. I fancy that. So I said, yeah. Apart from that, so they said, funnily enough, Cole, I've got one of those next to me desk here in the office. It was meant to go out to someone, but it hasn't. So why don't I just send it to you? So I said, oh, I'd have to pay for it. Well, they said, how about this? We'll send it to you. Do your thing, whatever that is. And then afterwards, why don't you donate it to charity? I couldn't really say no because I had planned, as I did last year, to donate a bunch of the kind of budget guitars that I had still around the studio here. I donated them to the local Southend YMCA music. It's a charity project called All In Music. They've got a studio at the YMCA where they teach youths. I think I call them disadvantaged youths. They teach them guitar and recording and stuff. All in music in a studio. They put on shows, and I think it's predominantly 13-year-olds upwards, and it you know it hopefully it helps launch them into a better way of life, a life of guitars. I mean, you know, how did guitar change our lives? I can't imagine my life if I hadn't picked up a guitar at the age of 13. So anything to help, you know, it's paying it forward, isn't it? So they offered to send me this and then I could donate it on. I couldn't say no. So full disclosure, I'm going to review for the first time ever a guitar starter pack that I haven't actually paid for. I don't I don't know how I feel about that, but I'm going to do it anyway because, you know, why wouldn't I really? So that's what we're going to do today. Let's get on with it. Okay, let's start with the presentation. Look at it. I genuinely didn't expect that. It came in obviously a big Gear for Music cardboard box, and I thought it'd just be like, I reviewed an Andertons one last year, which was great, but it was just a collection of stuff that they kind of sort of taken off the shelf. You know, there's a lead in a bag and stuff like that, all chucked in a big box. And I thought this was going to be the same, but no, some proper effort has gone into this. Very cool indeed. You can be pretty excited if you got that on Christmas Day, wouldn't you? If you were 13. Well, I would. Anyway, we all would, wouldn't we? Let's have a look and see if the presentation continues inside the box. Ooh, I just whacked me light. My light's broken. I'll fix it in a bit. I can't be bothered to do it now. Okay, where are we? Where are we going to start? We've got a guitar in a gig bag. Hang on. We've got a strap. And we've got another box with some other stuff in. I haven't thought about how to do this at all, have I? I think that's all in there. We'll just get all the bits out first. Oh, where's my butter knife? Haven't used this for a while, have we? It's the butter knife of joy, chaps. It's blunt as fuck. Makes it more fun. Ooh. Power lead. Euro plus UK. Instructions. Here's the amp. So this is a 15 watt amp. British Racing Green. Very cool. Where should we put that? We'll leave it there. Instructions. So, where's the lead? Yeah, it's a little bit disappointing. I was hoping for a better lead. Well, you know, I'm going to use it, but these are exactly the same as the ones that I got with my guitar when I was 13. So times haven't changed a little bit. I'm sure it works. We'll find out in a bit, won't we? So there's the lead. Put that there. We've got 4 picks. Put them there. An Allen key. Right, I'm just going to get that down there. Get all this off. And we'll have a look at the guitar. Because that's the important bit, really, isn't it? For me, anyway. I'm looking forward to this. And I wonder what colour it is. Ooh! Yeah. I think it's probably my favourite colour of the 3. Let me show you what it is first, and I'll tell you about the other colours. The other 2 colours in the series. Oh, that's nice. Matching headstock. Vintage white. Yeah, that's cool. The other colours are lagoon blue or black. I quite like the look at the lagoon blue one. This is a nice colour actually. It's got a bit of heft to it. Let's weigh it. Okay. £7 10 ounces, which is 3.46 kilos. So yeah, a little bit of heft, but I mean it's no Les Paul, is it? So this is just the stripped back version of the charger that we reviewed before. No pick guards on it at all. That one had a Bigsby, although they do a hard tail as well. There's the range of the standard versions, just so you can see what I'm talking about. And I think it had something going on up there as well. And binding, this has got no binding either. So stripped back version. It's got a nice chunky neck, just like the other one. Now, it's a maple neck, bolt-on neck, nice satin feel. The body incidentally is basswood, that's how it's pronounced, isn't it? Bolt-on. Yeah, that's cool. Let's have a look at the neck profile and measurements on the screen now. Here are the neck profile and measurements at the 1st fret, and here are the neck profile and measurements at the 12th fret. And this has got 24 frets. Ladies and germs, there you go. A double dot right up there, 24 frets. Don't see that very often on guitars, especially on budget guitars. They don't sell this on its own, only in the pack. I was going to say, unfortunately, no. Well, whatever, I don't know. Unfortunately, yeah, unfortunately, because it would probably be, what would that cost on its own? Ooh. 119, my guess. The standard versions of this are selling for 199, was it now? 199 or 249, something like that. So this would be cheaper. Yeah. Oh, it's got different tuners as well. These are the die cast, I think they're called. There you go. Nice matching headstock. Let's get the strings off and have a closer look. Okay, fingerboard is what they call laminate poplar, I think it was. It kind of looks like a sort of a brown, isn't it? A rosewood or a laurel or whatever. But it's poplar apparently. The frets. Well, the fret job's nice. Got pretty chunky frets there. Nicely finished off. Yeah, really nicely finished. Yeah, it sort of feels like the edges are rolled a little bit as well, which is pretty cool. The nut is plastic, and it looks it. And that's pretty much all there is to see up there. Neck does feel nice. Standard stop tail, Nashville style tune-o-matic. Nothing to write home about, but will do the job, no doubt. 2 PAF style Alnico humbuckers, 3-way switch. Feels okay. Volume, tone, and there's a push-pull for a split. So we'll see what that does in a minute when we plug it in. First of all, let's just take some pickup readings. This is where I pray that it works. I was worried for a second. I had it on the wrong setting. There you go. Right. Bridge. Whoa, it's hot. It's 13.9K. Nice. It's a rocker. And the inductance is 5.22 Henrys. Let's have a look at the neck. It's 10.34 kilo ohms with an inductance of 3.27 Henrys. Well, yeah. And let's have a look in the middle. 6K. Let's have a look at a split reading, just for the sake of it, on the bridge, the hot bridge. Split it in half. There you go. 6.92K. There you go. We'll have a little peek under here, shall we? See what's going on. Not a lot. Just that really. There's no markings on the pickups. There's the foam to keep it, you know, to set the height. So that's really all the adjustment you've got in the height. You just screw it down harder and it'll squash the foam. But that's it really. Yeah, not a lot to see. Looks all right though, doesn't it? Tidy enough. Let's pop that back. Okay, there you go. So it's an analog switch. Call it analog, yeah, manual switch. And in here, see if you can see that. Tiny little mini pot for the volume, and obviously you got your push pull there. So there you go. That's all there is to see. Okay, let's put a new set of strings on it and plug it in to this with this lead, and we'll use one of the picks as well and see what it sounds like in a minute. Right, here we go. I'm going to start by plugging the supplied lead directly into the amp from the guitar. Now, I've had a little fiddle. You've got to have the, so it's got two channels. It's got a gain, it's got two channels and it's got a switch, okay, so it's got an overdrive channel. We'll come back to that later. Clean channel, but it's got a gain that works on well, certainly works on this channel. I'm not sure about that one. It sounds like it's got enough gain on it already, but without that gain up, it's nothing. That volume there's at the moment doesn't seem to be doing a lot. So we'll whack that gain up. Got my dB meter down there on the board so I can get an idea of how loud it is. It's fucking loud. That was 99 dB, that. Jesus. See if we can get a nice sound. It's a little bit farty, doesn't it? tune it up. The one thing you don't get with this kit is a tuner, unfortunately. Right, let's stop mucking about. Let's plug into the board where I've got a tuner and some toys. We're getting there. We're getting there. Let's try that. Sounds all right. You know, it's a little farty amp, isn't it, really? It's got a, God knows how big that speaker is, probably about 6 inches, that, isn't it? We'll have a look and we'll catch up later on about the amp specs. It's 15 watts and it's obviously solid state. And that's the clean channel. Just, I've got the clone clone on there as well. That's just the amp. Let's just try this. I never know what to play when a bit of rock comes on. A bit of distortion comes on. That's distortion's rock, isn't it? Rock! Well, that's what that sounds like. Full gain. I'm sure. Oh, that's noisy. I think we'll leave it there. It sounded okay. I don't think I completely nailed the potential this week. To be honest with you, I think I was a bit of a weak link. And I think the amp was a bit of a weak link. Not forgetting, you know, the benchmark here is the Fender Princeton, which cost like 1,500 quid or whatever it was. This whole lot is £199. And the guitar is pretty decent cheap guitar. Talk about that in a second. The amp, you know, let's be honest, it's the weak link, isn't it? But you know, it's a perfect little beginner kit. I mean, I'd been well happy if I'd have got this whole lot when I was a youth. My first amp was my dad's radiogram. I managed to discover that you could plug into the auxiliary on his radiogram. Do you know what a radiogram is, even? No, actually, no, sorry, I tell you, it wasn't a radiogram. It was a reel-to-reel tape recorder, one of them reel-to-reel tape recorders. I discovered an auxiliary input you could plug in and it made a sound not as good as that, to be honest with you. But it was amplification. And this is amplification. But it's the weakest link, apart from me. I had a look at the speaker. Something I prepared earlier, I unscrewed the back to save arsing around anymore. There you go. It's a little, I reckon I guessed right, a little 6-inch speaker. So, you know, it's what it is. It's a little cheap rig. Brilliant present for beginners. All you need, except there's no tuner. You really need one of them in there as well. And my other criticism is the lead. You know, that just makes it look cheap, doesn't it? Which is a bit of a shame. You should put a decent lead in there, Gear for Music, at least. And then no other complaints. It's got a nice little soft case. Bit of padding in there. That's all right. Carry your guitar to lessons. The guitar is the hero of the kit. I mean, obviously I love the Charger anyway. This is the origin of the Charger. It's a very cool looking guitar. It's got a certain amount of originality about it. The ergos of this are brilliant. Yeah, brilliant. Yeah, I'm going to say that. The neck feels great. It's got a really nice kind of satiny feel. It's not too fat, it's not too thin, so it's got a nice, all the press blurb, all the marketing blurb would say, it supports your hand perfectly. Well, yeah, it does. The fretwork's all really good. The tuning's fine. I know it wandered a bit today when I was playing. That was me, really. I was just a bit shit this week, to be honest with you. What can I say? It happens sometimes. Oh, I forgot. Yeah, and another example of how shit I completely forgot to do the coil splits. But you know what coil splits do? They split the pickups. What else did I forget? Hang on, look at my notes. I think that was it. My summing up. Great little starter kit. £199. What more do you want? Well, you want a tuner and a better lead. Apart from that, it's great. Presentation's brilliant. So, you know, if you want to get one of these for a youth in your family or your other half or whatever, nice thing to open. Presentation's great. So there you go. All the links are in the description box. If you fancy getting one of these or checking out Gear for Music's Black Friday sale, I just want to say thanks to Gear for Music for providing this. This lot is now going to be donated to Southend YMCA's All In Music, which is supported by Youth Music as an organisation, and they provide tuition, music tuition for, and I'm going to get this right now, 11 to 25-year-olds, okay, in the region. I said earlier I thought disadvantaged. I don't think they're necessarily disadvantaged, have to be disadvantaged. I think it's open to everyone, but obviously they have special programs for special needs and disabilities and stuff like that. But it's a wonderful thing. I gave them half a dozen or so of the budget guitars that I'd left over from last year. I'm going to do the same this year, next week. I've got a few more. I've got, I don't know what yet. I've got a Squire Bullet Mustang. I've got a couple of cheaper Telecasters. Do you know what? I don't know. I'm going to have a look around. I've certainly got 4 or 5 or maybe 6 guitars, including this kit I'm going to donate. And I know that they appreciate it because it's, you know, it's charity. They don't get a lot of support. And what they do is if they get promising students that can't afford a guitar, you know, they'll either lend or give one of these. So all in a good cause. Thanks to Gear for Music. Thanks to you for watching. Thanks to all my members over on the TV channel, because they play a big part in funding this as well. Not this one, obviously, because I didn't buy this, but all the other stuff that's going over. So members on guitaristas.tv, thank you. And if you haven't had a look at that yet, please go over and sign up. You get to watch all of this nonsense without any of these annoying adverts in it. And you get to support the channel and the community 365 days a year for $50. And you know, I just realised that I think that translates to about £36. So it's a bit of a bargain just to lose the adverts, isn't it? So yeah, there's the link, guitaristas.tv. Sign up. We need more members there. That's it. I'm back next week. Come back, same time, same place. And find out what we're up to then. Yeah, see ya. Ta-da.